Hello everyone, I'm Fox 11 Meteorologist Audrey Leigh. I am in the Fox 11 Storm Chaser right now, tracking road conditions. For the 5 o'clock show, we went all the way down to Manitowoc, and now we're trying to leave Manitowoc, but actually part of the highway is actually shut down heading north on 42 there, 43, excuse me, was shut down because of a semi that flipped on the highway, and that's heading north. So actually part of the highway is shut down, so we had to take a bit of a detour, and half hour later we're still trying to leave Manitowoc, and that just kind of shows how kind of bad some of the roads are. So I'm about to show you some of the road conditions here. I know it's a little bit dark, but we are about to get on the highway, I believe, pretty soon. Again, we're still kind of taking that detour right now, so roads are a little bit dark, but what I can tell you is that snow is still falling, especially here in Manitowoc. I see why when I was in Manitowoc, why there was a winter storm warning, because not only the accumulations, but also blowing snow, and roads are definitely slick. Now, the plows have been out, but with the snow continuing to fall, the roads are still slick. Some areas even snow covered. Again, we're trying to get back on the highway interstate here, but again, we had to take a quick detour because there was a semi truck flipped on the highway. So if you're heading north from Manitowoc towards the Green Bay area, north on that highway is shut down, at least portions of it, because of the semi truck being flipped. But you can kind of see right now here on the roads, we are looking at snow falling. Some areas on the roads a bit snow covered, and then it's also a little bit windy, which is causing some blowing snow. I would say definitely driving down here, visibilities were a little bit more reduced because of the winds. Could still see that tonight. Again, the snow is still going to continue to fall through tonight. I believe right now that winter storm warning continues to be in effect until tomorrow, 6 o'clock. That's for Manitowoc County. We have winter weather advisories on until late tonight, early tomorrow morning for areas a little bit north. So again, talking about snow system, bringing in more heavier snowfall to our south, especially along the lakeshore, which is where I went today during the 5 o'clock show. So just looking at some of the road conditions right now, again, not on the highway as of yet. I'm looking up what exact road we're on. It looks like we are on County Road R right now, just north of Manitowoc. So it's kind of a detour road along the highway. So we're trying to get back on a 43 here in a little bit. I believe we should be back on in about a minute or two. That's a little bit better, but not being on the highway, definitely driving slow. The roads are slick with this. Again, not necessarily snow covered, a little bit slippery in some spots. And again, that's north of Manitowoc area. We're headed towards Francis Creek here to wrap back on to the 43. I'm gonna look here at your comments to see if there's any questions anyone has or whatnot. So give me just a second to load that. But right now, again, if you're just joining us, we're currently on County Road R right now, Manitowoc County, headed towards Francis Creek, trying to get back onto 43, but we couldn't get back onto 43 further south because there was a semi truck flipped on the side of the road. Now, we not only saw the semi flip, or we didn't see it physically flip, but we saw the aftermath of it. Again, the highway patrol, the police have shut down that highway, but we also saw several cars that were either stuck in the ditch on the highway or even spinned off highway and have left their cars because they couldn't get out because road conditions, especially here in Manitowoc, and that's along those areas along the lakeshore. When we left Green Bay right around 4:30, I would say, it was still daylight out, so roads were a little bit better to look at, but everyone on 172 was definitely going well under speed limit because of how slick the roads are. I know the plows were out earlier today, and they're still out trying to plow the highways, but with the continued snowfall, it's still making it slick pretty quickly. So again, County Road R is what we're on. We're trying to head towards Francis Creek, and it looks like hopefully in about another minute we're going to be turning onto the Hillcrest Road, Hillcrest Road ramp to get back onto 43, and there should be more lights on the highway, just kind of see some of the roads, or at least see how the highways are doing. So this is what it looks like right now. I'm gonna stay on just for a little bit longer till we get on the highway, so we can kind of see about that. right, hello everyone. So we're about to get on the 43 north here because we had to be rerouted off the highway because a portion of 43 north was shut down because of a semi-flip due to the slick roads. So that should just tell you something. If it's semi-flipped because of slick roads, you definitely want to take it slow on the roadways, even on the highway, the interstate, whatnot. Just make sure you take it slow. So again, getting on 43 north to head back to Green Bay and hopefully see the road conditions on the highway a little bit better. So that detour showed definitely some plowed roads, but also some spots that were slick and not necessarily plowed, or at least plowed through recently. So we just got on the ramp to get back onto 43. It looks like traffic is flowing because I know there was a backup further south with that detour. You can see here some of the roads, or a lot of tire marks on the roads where part of it's been plowed, part of it hasn't. We did see the highway plows out on the road earlier this evening, and they're working hard to get the roads cleared and plowed, but keep in mind with it being 2 lanes, it's going to take them a little longer. You can actually see in the other lane that light coming up ahead, that's actually the highway plows. So again, they have to keep redoing these roads. So it looks like on the 43 north, just exiting Manitowoc and Francis Creek headed towards Denmark, Maribel area, it's plowed on 43 heading south. A lot of people are traveling on the 1 lane rather than the 2 lanes, and that's probably because only 1 lane is plowed so far. So again, still on 43 north, we have a little bit of ways to go before we head back to the station, but we are driving under the speed limit here on the highway because the roads are a little bit slick. Now, they're not completely snow covered, otherwise we'd be driving much slower, but keep in mind, even when we're driving a little bit under speed limit, you can kind of feel that snow on the roadways, and it can definitely be slick, so you don't want to go too fast and spin off the road. And earlier today during the evening, definitely during the rush hour, right around 4:35, we did see a little bit of cars that were actually either in the ditch or kind of spinned off the side of the road because of how slick and slippery all these roads are. So the roads are definitely dark, not seeing lights here on 43, so going to wrap up the live soon. But again, I was in Manitowoc County. When I was down there, I definitely see why there was a winter storm warning. The areas along the lakeshore definitely accumulating more snow than areas I'd say closer to Green Bay area. Not to say Green Bay is not getting any snow, but areas along the lakeshore getting a few more inches than what those in Green Bay, Appleton are seeing. Tonight at 9 and 10, I will be back in the Storm Chaser. Going to be heading down to Appleton in the 9 o'clock show, and we'll be showing the Storm Chaser in the 10 o'clock show around Green Bay. So hopefully you'll tune in tonight. Thank you for watching. Again, I'm Meteorologist Audrey Leigh. Everyone stay safe and have a good evening.